Clear skies, adventurers! In this video, we are going to take a look at a Oath of Tirmar Paladin build for the game Solasta, Crown of the Magister. Let's get right into it! For our ancestry, we are going to take half-elf because they get +2 to charisma and +1 to 2 other ability scores of our choice. They also get to choose 2 more skills proficiencies and they get dark vision and fey ancestry. For the background, what you will want to pick depends on what skill and tool proficiencies your party needs. For this video, we will take the aristocrat background, which will make us proficient with the skills History, Persuasion, and Intimidation. For the ability scores, we are going to use the point-buy system. First, because we picked half-elf, we get to increase 2 ability scores by 1 point. We are going to put those points into Strength and Constitution. Now let's raise our Strength to 14, our Dexterity to 10, our Constitution to 16, our Wisdom to 12, and our Charisma to 16. If you are doing a campaign where you won't have an easy access to a strength item like the Lost Valley campaign for example, I suggest you lower your Dexterity to 8 and your Wisdom to 10 to raise your Strength to 16. For this video, let's assume that you will have an easy access to a strength item and let's keep our Strength to 14. If you are doing the main campaign, you can get a Belt of Giant Strength pretty early on from Halman Summer once you have enough reputation with the Antiquarians. For the skill proficiencies, I recommend you take Stealth, Arcana, Athletics, and Medicine. However, you should adjust this selection based on what your party needs. For the languages, you should select the ones that are relevant to the campaign that you plan on doing, and also keep in mind that you don't need to take Old Tirmarian because we will get it at level 3 with the Oath of Tirmar subclass. At level 2, we get Divine Smite and we get to choose our fighting style. We are going to take the defense fighting style to gain +1 to our armor class. At level 3, we get to select our subclass and we get 1 use of Channel Divinity per short or long rest. For the subclass, we are going to take the Oath of Tirmar. This will give us some bonus spells plus the features Channel Divinity Golden Speech and Channel Divinity Scourge of the Hidden. When you activate Channel Divinity Golden Speech, you gain advantage on Persuasion and Intimidation checks for 1 hour. When you activate Channel Divinity Scourge of the Hidden, you deal 1d6 additional radiant damage when you hit opponents with either natural shapeshifting or dark vision. It will deal 2d6 on enemies that have both, such as the Sorax in the main campaign. This effect will last for 1 minute and takes an action, so it's a good idea to activate it right before entering combat. At level 4, we are going to take the bonus feat Follow-Up Strike. This feat will allow us to use our bonus action to make another attack with a 2-handed weapon. This attack is less powerful as it deals only 1d4 plus your strength modifier, but you can still use Divine Smite with it. For the level 8, if you are using a Belt of Giant Strength, take the bonus feat Armor Master to gain an additional +1 AC. If you are not using one, then raise your strength by 2 points instead. At level 12, if you are using a Belt of Giant Strength, take the bonus feat Forestalling Strength to get +1 AC while you wield a 2-handed weapon. If you are not using one, then raise your strength by 2 points. If you use a Divine Smite each time you hit an enemy, you will run out of spell slots very quickly. Because of this, here are some advice on when you should consider using Divine Smite. When you land a critical hit. On a critical hit, Divine Smite will do double damage, which can be extremely devastating for your target. However, don't use it if it's overkill and consider if your target is worth it. When you hit an enemy with low HP. Let's say you hit an enemy and you think that your weapon damage alone won't be enough to drop it. It is generally a good idea to use Divine Smite if it can potentially finish off this target. When dealing with a dangerous enemy, for example a powerful spellcaster, it is often a good idea to burst down these targets as fast as possible. When fighting undead creatures, using Divine Smite on an undead is a good use of the spell slot as it deals an extra 1d8 to this type of creature. Just keep in mind that not all undead are worth using Divine Smite on, and it should be reserved for the ones with more HP. That's it for this video. Stay in the light, friends.